Oh my god.
I didn't expect you to actually come to this.
Dude, I did. Alright, fit check. Brody's got the docks, the skinny jeans. So
these are literally not skinny jeans.
Yep. Yeah, they are.
Welcome to the senior banquet for 2022. It's gonna be fun. We'll eat some little tacos here. Cut.
Ryan Sacco has arrived 5 minutes late.
No, I was on time.
Uh-huh.
I was on time.
Believable.
I was on time. It's a
See, oh my god, Bruce.
What's up?
Bruce.
Hello.
Hello, Bruce.
Hello, Flint.
Like when you blessed us with that photo, bro. Like, that's the one.
Kevin.
Hi.
I feel like I just saw you.
I know, right? That's right.
Yeah, I know. Take pictures.
What is an El Pastor?
El
Pastor is like a seasoned pork.
Don't breathe into the
I don't know if I'll use like half this footage.
Yeah, you might.
Hey, wait, give me a vlog. You wish you could look this fly.
Should I dress up as fancy as Brody?
You are.
Comment down below. Should I have dressed up as fancy as Brody?
No. Say yes.
Yes, no.
Everyone say yes.
Yeah, reservoir.
So we got some tacos here. It's really great. Delicious.
What thing?
Steak, please.
I'm very excited, by the way.
I'm very excited for tacos.
Yes.
That's about it, though. All right, Jack. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances the propane tank explodes? No, not the food.
It's also bussin'.
Bussin'. Propane explosion is bussin'. Hello there.
Hello.
I do agree that propane explosion is nice.
Rice, beaten, those what?
Dude,
Bro,
this is how beans are supposed to be looked
Where
at.
are the beans?
Dude, do you see those beans? Those are beans right there. Come on.
Those soup. Oops.
No, I got this. Ugh. You see that? That's beans.
It's just soup. Yeah, bean soup. Alright, so we got the miniature Sprite. Bruce, rate the drink selection.
No Sprite cranberry.
Rate the drink selection?
Yeah, rate the drink selection.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10? There's no Sprite cranberry, so
No Sprite cranberry.
I give it a
0 out of 10.
2.7 out of 11.
0 out of 10.
2.7
No
out.
Sprite
If there was Sprite
cranberry.
cranberry, it'd be a solid 9 out of 11.
Very good scale.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
What's
Andy.
good, guys?
How you
I'm fine.
That's wonderful.
To the vlog.
Yeah. This guy is absolutely disrespecting Will Jenkins, Noah Hale, Jack Fan, Keaton Wong. There's just 4 of them, right?
No, there's
Flynn, we're asking, do you think Madden would have sex with a car? Yes or no?
Yes.
Evan, yes or no?
The gas tank.
I feel like he would get down with a Camaro or something. I mean, like.
Nah, bro. NSX.
No. I got Toyota Camry.
Oh yeah, he's a
A Corolla. A Toyota Corolla.
All right, food rating, Jack. On a scale of 1 to bussin'.
17 out of 11.
17 out of 11. That's some pretty good food. Keaton, food
Food
rating.
review.
Food review.
These tacos.
All right, wait. We're doing Keaton's table talks.
Damn, dude.
Keaton's table
What happens
What's
in
up,
Jack
guys?
Tub Talk?
We're here with taco review. So far, it's been so delicious. Let me just take another bite of this. You don't know what you're missing out. So good.
Bussin'.
All right, that's it, guys. 10 out of 10.
Man, he looks like, one of those Asian like TikTok e-boy thirst traps now.
Make sure to send that to Micah.
Ah, yeah, we will.
Directly to Micah.
Yeah.
We get the XC special.
Ben, what you doing down there? Really? What are you doing, Ben? Can I see?
No.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's foul. It's illegal.
Oh my god, let me show
Brian's gonna go angry at me.
Don't worry, I'll fight him off. Okay. I'm your bodyguard. I can beat up Ryan.
This is so good.
Yes.
What the? Oh, Ben, what was that? Ben, what you looking at down there, man?
My bad.
Bro, you can. Oh my god.
Wait, let me see.
No, bro. Look. Oh my god. She's
a baddie, bro.
She. That's like Kinley Harris.
What are these noises are you making?
Brody, you sound like Squidward when you walk, bro.
Fit check.
I can't see it, just looks black. Not racist, but it does.
Whoa! Oh, man.
It's the light, it's too dark. It's too dark.
Like an army veteran.
No monkey jokes around here.
Oh shit, okay, you got. Bro served in Vietnam, 1922.
On the opposing side.
Ben writing his speech last minute.
It's not last minute. We have a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Just a couple more. Okay, a couple.
Throw it on the roof.
Yes.
Throw it at his face.
No. Don't do it. Throw it at the camera. No, throw it at his face. It's gonna hurt. That looks tough.
Is this going in a vlog?
Yeah.
I mean. Do you have to make a speech?
No.
He fogged up the lens. Oh my god.
It's like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Whoever brought these?
I fixed it. I didn't fix it.
Whoever brought these?
Bro.
Your lens is like fucked.
God, bro. It adds to the cinematic effect.
Do we go in?
Litter. Oh my god,
Our
Kevin.
future boss,
Kevin. Oh my god.
Oh no.
No. Oh, he's done.
Hey, that's our minor.
Huh? Yes, everyone who ever did cross country, just get here. I gotta go. Right. Oh my goodness gracious. Ashton has called me 5 times in the last 2 hours.
You guys are settled.
Huh? Wait, are we going in there for the presentation?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Can we go get a preview?
Yeah.
A video?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo!
So Jack, what are you feeling right now?
Bussin'.
No, Brody. No. He's gonna get angry at you. No.
We should just go on the stand and just.
Don't lay F.
Just moving in the corner here. Don't worry about it.
That was me.
Punching my balls, guys.
Everyone in. Guys, Aiden is fisting me right now.
Everyone in.
Yes.
Hey, are you okay? I tried to break up the bullying. Are you okay? Jack, are you okay, Jack? Jack, I was there for you, Jack. You need a hug.
Guys, Paul is coming. Paul is on his way.
I wasn't standing up there for the record.
This video is not going on the internet.
When it comes out on the vlog.
Crying and dying is great.
I call next to Jack, man.
Yeah, so I did a play here where I gotta play a sad gay guy that dies. It's great.
I will.
I have short legs.
Are you gonna go up there?
Cross country is live.
Huzzah!
Beautiful. I shed many tears. Let's see. How long do you think it's gonna take me to get a femboy post on me? How long do you think it's gonna take me to?
2.5 seconds.
Ready? Let's see. Ready? Time us. Well, no.
Come on.
Oh my god. Jack!
Okay, may I have your attention?
What's that?
We're gonna. Well, let's show you. Well, I'm gonna introduce Keaton, who's gonna introduce a video, and you're gonna give credit to everybody that did it. So go ahead.
So can I invite Madden, Taryn, Flynn, and Noah to come up? So before we get started, I just want to thank these guys for helping me film and take photos at every meet. These guys really worked very hard to get you guys these pictures and videos, and none of the videos you will see today would have happened without them. So can we just give them a round of applause? There's Taryn. There we go. These guys went all the way down to Fresno just to film our state race, so yes. Without further ado, I'd like to play the video. I really hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoyed it. This is the first time in 8 years Los Gatos has a boys team with CCS and qualify for states. But if we didn't put in the work these past few years, we would have missed our chance at states.
First tried cross country in 2019, our team had no chance of winning states, let alone qualify for CCS.
But for the first time this season, we have the chance of making states and winning CCS for the first time in 8 years.
What's your #1 tip for every runner?
Never give up. It's hard out there. If you think it's gonna be easy, you're crazy. Go into the hill and it's gonna be hard.
When I was younger, I decided to join because my dad ran at a collegiate level, and I wanted to try to beat him.
This team has been so amazing these past few years, and
I'm definitely gonna miss every bit of cross country. And I'm really sad right now that my season's coming to an end, but no, I'm glad that we gave it our all, and I'm glad that we're gonna finish strong.
CCS Championship, scored 114 points. Los Gatos High School.
Cross country is live.
How about that for a crew, huh? Thank you. So understanding that was a little boy-centric, and part of it was because the boys made it. There are 6 girls here that won CCS last year. We're here to celebrate the cross-country season. You can hear me. I guess I don't need to be on this one. And the theme this year was work hard, have fun, and win. And practicing the 3 Ps, which were process, precision, and pliability. Now, process, I've talked to many elite athletes, cross-country track, Olympians, etc., and every one of them told me the same thing. They learn to love the process. You can't be great unless you learn to love the process. So part of our job in the coaching staff here was to create an environment where when the kids showed up, they learned to love that. And that transcended the ups and downs of what they had to go through during the year. So that's number 1. Number 2 is precision. Precision means executing on the day that you're asked to do the work. Precision means eating the right food at dinner. Precision means not staying up late and doing 18 hours of homework when you have a big race and maybe planning better. Those are precision things. And pliability is taking care of the mind and body. So we did a lot of work in plyometrics, weights, those sort of things to try to make the body resilient. It's difficult in this sport to do that. So I'm going to cover a number of things, and I'll kind of mix up. First, I want to thank the parents, coaches, and student leaders. So the first thing I want to do is I want all the students to stand up. We really thank you, parents. So let's give a cheer to the parents. That's the one time you get it all year, right? Joke. But the other thing we'll talk about is my theme. It's always been about the we versus the I. We'll discuss that a little bit for some of you that are new to the program. We'll talk about the results update, and in between, I'll do some awards. And the last thing we'll do is honor the seniors, because there's a few of them, and this is their last meet. So let's talk about the thank you. One thing I'd like to do is the first thing I'd like to do is thank parents for a few things. One is supporting your athletes. That's important. I mean, obviously, they wouldn't be here unless it was for you from a biological perspective. You know, I'm a parent. The other thing is supporting them every day. keeping an eye on them, checking in on them, making sure they eat, asking them how they're doing. Those are very important things, and you cannot underestimate the importance of their support. The other part is, from a practical perspective, thank you for the 95% contribution rate. That helped the program. We're really flush. And Ken Parati told me that if I could take a boys and girls team to state, this time we're actually going to have the 25, 30-person bus we had for CCS to stay overnight and be able to keep the parents from driving if they I kept reminding a lot of the students here, especially the Frosh-Soph boys, that we're voracious eaters. And you know who you are.
Mostly Frosh.
Thank you for the parents for building the healthy snacks. Now I use the Paul Larick Investment Fund to get the inventory supplied first and analyze the consumption rate, and then ordered accordingly from the parents to just say, get as many snacks as you can here. So thank you for that. Also, race assignment and duties. A number of you stepped up and you were willing during the race to do that. Oh, you're going to come back? What? You're next on the agenda. Oh, okay. Whatever. And sharing race photographs, especially for the parents in that. Okay. All right, so that we got that. Bad timing, but I would like the coaches to come up here, please. Thank you. Maybe when he comes back, he'll. You guys want to stand up here or go up on the stage? What do you? Does it matter? Okay, you can just stand right there. So, this is Coach. I'll just introduce him. This is Coach Ken. Ken has a PhD in microbiology. I always misstate that.
No, it's good.
He's helping me. This is his second year. He helps me 3 days a week. And he's helped coach the Frosh-Soph boys and provide advice on biology homework. And he admonishes me. I know what, okay, I'll just ask a quiz. What is ATP? Anybody want to? Okay, go ahead.
It's useful energy.
Yeah, and what does it stand for? ATP.
Oh, I don't know.
Say that again? Is that right?
Adenosine triphosphate.
Okay, and then the other thing that I learned from him is cytokines. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Cytokines.
Okay, could you explain what cytokines are?
That's asking me?
Well,
cyto means cell, and kines mean like kinesthetics, right? Movement. So cells produce chemicals that cause other cells to move in a direction, like chemotaxis. And your immune system is full of white blood cells that motivate other cells to be recruited to a site that's necessary.
You got that? Yes. This is what these kids, they need to know the science of why they get, how their energy is processed. What I'm going to be doing through the course of the awards is assigning one word to the coaches and the athletes that get awards. The word I have for you is calm. Ken always shows up. He helps the way, he always does what I ask him to do, and he's always calm about it and very good with the students in terms of listening to them. So I want to thank you for your comments and appreciate you. Thank you. Now we have Ibet Allen. She's in her first year, as you can see up there. She has coached at Fisher Middle School. The thing that's been really interesting is she's one of the top Masters women's runners in the Bay Area. And amazingly, she's had a PR in the 5K of 17:40. And I've not had a runner that's been able to pace with the top girls and keep up with them and actually push them. And Ibet has been able to do that in some of the really tough interval workouts. And also beat a lot of the boys too. And the thing that, she also has a master's degree in psychology, in child psychology, right? And the word I apply to her is attentive. Because what she's really good at is she's helped me listen to the athletes, listen to me, listen to other people, and be attentive to how people are feeling, what they're doing, what stresses they're under. And thank you for your attentiveness. It's been really great, and you running with the girls this year. Thanks a lot. And then you know Melissa. Melissa's here. This is her second year. She can only afford 1 day a week because she's a doctor, an oncology doctor, and she had to actually work at Stanford Medical Center this year and could fit in 1 day. And she's also, as some of you might remember or know, she was a top Division III winner at Swarthmore and went to med school at Penn. And the thing that she's been really helpful for, she helped the girls a lot last year when she was here 2 days a week in terms of their mentality and helping them. And the other part is both of these women here have been really good role models in this super competitive environment that we've been in with the girls. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know what's going on in girls cross country, but the Bay Area has these super kids. I mean, it's amazing, the competition. So Melissa, what the description, I've known you now for 2 years, is contemplative. You're always good about listening and then deciding kind of what the right suggestions are. And where Melissa really helped me is in training, because both of them, because of their background in running, she helped me kind of refine my workouts to change recovery from just simply standing around for a minute or two to actually recovering by jogging. Now that sounds, oh, well, you know, what the heck, what's that all about? But for some of you that are running, managing recovery really helps with sustainability. And so, and also to keep runners from being bored, doing variable pacing. So like sometimes we have a workout where they'll do 800 meters recovery, 800 meters fast, you know, back and forth for 6 miles as opposed to just boringly running 6 miles. And for high school, the challenge we have is you guys have young bodies. I can't overdo it on the miles. So we have to get the intensity this way. So I just want to thank you all for helping out, and I'm sure some of the students will have some more appreciation for you. But thank you. Oh, okay. Then we'll get into this. My philosophy has always been about the we versus the I. And what's really a wonderful thing about this model is that there's a really fascinating dynamic that goes on here, which is cross-generational learning. So not only as you as parents are teaching your children, between the coaching staff and other coaches, they're learning from people of all different types of age groups. And I think that's a beautiful thing in our society to do that. For you guys to learn that there's learning to be done from people other than your age. The other part is I've learned the hard way that what works in high school is the peer-driven model. It's build a program, try to build leaders, and let the teenagers and the student athletes defer and learn from the teenagers and the leaders in terms of what you're supposed to do. And I think one of the most interesting examples is Aiden and these groups with the Newberry Park boys. I mean, you'd think, oh, they're just hero worshiping a bunch of Newberry Park runners who just conveniently have to be the top team in the whole country. But it's role model. And so when they see these guys that are not that much older than them being so good, it's like, oh, maybe I could be that way. You know, it's a role modeling. That's peer-driven. It's a very powerful model versus some middle-aged covering from those issues. Them just being able to show up and interacting with each other and having snacks is a very powerful thing. Okay, so we've talked about that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is a little, before we get into this, we're going to mix up the awards. So what I would like is to have Lucia Sheehan, Flynn Merriman, Jensen Bidby, Addison Lundstrom come up. You guys can come up. I'll explain what they are. Just go up there and I'll explain it later. So you may ask the question, what do these four runners have in common other than being in Los Gatos High School? That's what I can see it. Serena's going, what do they have in common? I don't know. I don't know this. Okay, they have gotten what would be called the Most Improved Award. And the reason why it's the Most Improved Award is either it's from last year to this year, or from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. So I'll go from left to right here. Lucia Sheehan is the Most Improved Junior Varsity runner. She came from high school. Lucia, did you run it? She ran in cross country, but never, this is first time in high school. And the first thing I noticed about Lucia is that she was she just loved it. She just seemed to run, enjoy the workouts. And what was always interesting about her is that every time we had a workout, for some of the newer runners, I would say, oh, it's okay. You know, you do three reps, that's all right, or whatever. And she'd always say, she'd always want to do the fourth rep. She'd always want to do the extra rep. And the thing that was about her improvement, which is pretty interesting, is she improved 64 seconds from 25:31 to 24:28 at Crystal Springs from the beginning of the season to the end, a whole minute. And the other part of it is that she ended up being the 5th scorer for the championship Frosh-Soph championship JV team, and was an actual scorer as a part of the winning team. And the part that I like about Lucia, the one word is joyful. She's one of the most joyful, happiest runners that I've seen. So good job. Why am I up here? Okay. The most improved, and he's a really good example of the program. Now, Jensen was on the Frosh-Soph team last year. It wasn't good enough to make varsity. But yeah, Jensen ended up in the Frosh-Soph race medaling and being the 2nd best runner. So he progressively improved and improved and improved. And all Jensen did so he moved up to varsity he's not an overnight success, moved up as a junior. And all he did was improve his 5K time from 18:38 last year to 16:45. He only improved. Number ranked 3rd varsity boy and peaked at the state meet where the most important, I would say, stage at 16:45. So Jensen, you are a good example of a program improvement. So great job. Now we'll switch to Flynn. Now I have a great metaphor for Flynn. Okay, how many of you here have e-bikes? How many of you? Okay, so what's really weird about an e-bike is, I've noticed this, my wife has one, is when you watch somebody on an e-bike, you're watching it and they just seem like they're going really fast, but they're not pedaling very much. It's like, it's counterintuitive. They go so fast and they're just not pedaling. That's Flynn. This guy, you watch him, and I've watched him, like last year, you know, he was working his way through cross country. Every time I go, oh no, Flynn, you're running too slow, come on, I know you can do better. And this time, when I first saw him, I was like going, you know, here he goes again, here's the e-bike, you know. And then, what ends up happening is this guy, this is the part that's, I guess e-bike running form is the way you got to do it. He only improved his crystal time from 23:48 as a freshman, okay, to 18:39. That's only a 24:38 to 19:52, which is a 4-minute improvement. And he ended up at the end of the season to be the #7 Frosh-Soph runner. So you see how much he worked his way up. All with this Ibet form. I don't know. I swear, next year I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going, oh my God, why are you running so slow until like 16:30? So it's I don't know if you've noticed it, you guys, about him, but it just seems like, how does he do that? Okay, finally, Addison, why am I the last person? I didn't want to be the last person. So Addison is, in terms of, very similar to Jensen, except a year younger. Addison couldn't make the varsity team that went to state. Okay? She was really close, but she couldn't make it. All right? She tried her best. Okay, but what she did is she won. She was the champion of the JV race, okay, for last year. So I thought, okay, Addison, I think you got a chance to make varsity this year. We'll see how you do, right? So what ended up happening is all she did, I have a nickname for her. I call her Addison 10% Lundstrom. And the reason is because her time in the crystal time went from 21:30 to 19:16, only 135-second improvement. 10%. These are examples of, yes, you can improve, yes, you can do better, and what's really good too is this is kind of an encouraging thing for some of you Frosh-Soph or JVs, you go, I didn't make it this year. You can make it, you can do better. And I told your dad, I don't want to tell you what you're capable of next year. Okay, so let me just do one final thing. So the word that I think about for each of you is, in your case, the word I think about with you, Addison, is intentional. That's the key word, intentional. And it's because what you do is you evaluate all the variables, what you think you can do, what you can't do, and you have this intent to really commit to what you want to do. So I think that's a really wonderful characteristic that you have. Lucia, yours is joyful. You just got to keep that joy up. So, you really enjoy it. Flynn is... Oh, that's your nickname. So your word to me is astounding. And with you, Jensen, because, there's no doubt you're going to be an engineer of some type. You're just this cool guy. You just go, oh, I don't know, but I think I'll just improve 90 seconds and be a good runner. So thank you very much. Pictures of them. You've seen this in pictures. I have to give this a 10. Now, the League results, we almost had a sweep. I thought, man, there was a possibility that our divisions could do it. The boys won. The Frosh-Soph boys were second. The varsity girls won league, and the JV won for the first time in a long time. And I'll get into the details on Aiden and Sophie and the champs a little bit later. On the invitationals, the girls were first at Lynbrook and Pacific Grove, second at Ed Sias, Clovis Twilight, fourth at De La Salle, and you can see what the boys had. Now, one thing I want to make a point about this, some of you are wondering, why do I schedule these things this way? Is when you look at the state meet, and I've been to a number of them, I try to get the athletes in competing right away at these invites with the teams I know are going to make state. So there's not one team there were all the lists, for example, Campolindo, it's not Cappuccino, Noah. It's Campolindo. Campolindo was the state champion for Division III girls. The girls ran against Campolindo. Clovis, I specifically go to Clovis because Clovis North has really top teams, and the Clovis North girls were third in state. So they were second to them. The other part is Aiden told me that he wanted to run against Chris Cadillo, and he wanted to that's right. And he was very nice, and Chris Cadillo is an elite athlete. So the point is, they get a lot of exposure to really good competition, so it's not a shock to them or a surprise to them when they come up and they show that. Okay, so let's see. Next, I'll do the next award. Let's see. This one is. Let me see who has a comment here. Okay. This is a lot of them. With Bruce Dewey Gulatuna, Zoe Williamson, David Pyle, Shay Elmore, Noah Hale, and Jack Van. This is going to be a tough one for the parents. Why are all these people standing up here and what do they have in common? This is going to be a good guess, okay? What they have in common is most inspirational. They all have a story. They all have a story. And let's see, I'm going to start with Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce!
Bruce, for those of you that, how many here, what's the show that Danny Rojas is on? Ted Lasso. Yeah. How many of you have watched Ted Lasso? Okay, Bruce is Danny Rojas. This guy, Bruce showed up. I think he told me he'd never run, he never ran organized. Nothing, you know. He shows up right away. He's suffering. He's suffering in every workout, but yet he just keeps shaking his head and he keeps suffering more. Suffering more and more and more. But what ends up happening, interesting enough, is as he's suffering and running, he's creeping up. He's like getting better. He's improving. He's improving. He's getting better. He got so good that he ended up being the top. He broke into the top 7 Frosh-Soph group. That's number 1. And he ended up at the league meet as being has a number 3 crystal time of all the Frosh-Soph boys. That I thought Bruce was really good at was, and this is rare, he'd always come to me, and I almost felt bad for him. He'd always come to me and he'd go, "Coach, how can I improve? How can I get better?" And I'm trying to tell him, Bruce, you know, be patient, it takes time, you know, things will work out because you get frustrated. But that kind of, and that's the word I have for you, tenacious. You are a tenacious guy. And that's really good description for you. You just got to keep that going. So congratulations. Zoe is most inspirational. She's one of the top JV runners. She's a 10th grader. And the thing about Zoe is she comes to practice every day quietly and does 100%. She does everything I ask. She puts effort into it. She does it silently. And then she goes out there and she just gets phenomenal times. She improved at Crystal, for example, 64 seconds year to year from 25:31 to 24:28. She also had similar improvements at, let's see if I got this. Sorry, wrong one. She improved even better than that. She improved 22:28 to 21:40 at Crystal. That's just 52 seconds and 2 minutes at Baylands. The other part that she's really good at that a lot of people don't know is she's by far the superior core athlete of the whole boys and girls cross country team. Every time we do core work, she just kills everybody. She's just doing, you know, all the different exercises and just so well balanced. It's amazing. And I think that really contributes to to how good you are. So the word that I think applies to you is balance. You know, balance in terms of your core and balance in terms of your work ethic. So good job, Zoe. Tatum's a 10th grader. Tatum is a member of the varsity team. She was a member of the team that won CCS last year. But the challenge that Tatum had this year is, amazingly enough, because of some injuries and challenges she had, she couldn't do her training with everybody else. She had to do alternative training, and she had to do physical therapy. But yet, in that limited amount of time for most of the races, she was always in the top 5 to 7 of the varsity runners, which means she earned a spot, and she was able to compete. But the part was really generous of her is, at the same time this was going on, we had Serena over here, who also had some injury challenges and issues, who was improving and getting better and better. So I had opportunities to run more than 7 girls in different races, and it got to the point as we got closer to CCS that I gave the girls an opportunity democratically to decide what to do. And Tatum was kind enough and magnanimous enough to understand that she said that she thought it would be best for her to allow Serena to run in the CCS finals. And that's what she did. So that, to me, is a very inspirational story. And what I would give you as a word is emboldened. Emboldened. And the way I look at that is, Tatum was emboldened enough to do this alternative training, to be good enough and competitive enough to maintain her spot on the varsity team, but also emboldened enough to give up her ego and be able to share an opportunity with someone else. So I just think that's really, really important. Noah's a senior. Most inspirational for Noah is this guy. I've known Noah since the 6th grade, Fisher. And this guy has a history of, he gets to a point where he's really at a really solid time. He gets there and then something happens. Plantar fasciitis, an injury, whatever the case may be. So this year, we were balanced. This is the balancing act. You get to a certain level, wow, this is great. Then something would happen to him. Get to a certain level, but you still kept your spot in varsity. And what ended up happening, which I thought was very interesting, is during the CCS race, unbeknownst to me, while they were running, and this was the race to qualify for CCS, Ben, where's Ben? Ben, I didn't know this. Ben told Noah, who happened to be running in the 6th spot at the time, I've got a stomach problem, you got to step up and you got to go. Did you say that verbally? No, did you say that verbally when you were running? Okay, so these guys are running like, 5-10 paces. And Noah sat there and he said, "This is my moment. This is the moment." And what he ended up doing is, I'm just sitting there watching everybody go. I'm seeing the score go up. Oh, Los Gatos is behind St. Francis, and they're up behind. And then I see Noah come across, and I kept waiting for St. Francis's number to go up higher. And we won, and he was the 5th scorer. He was the 5th scorer going. The senior, you were inspirational, that you put everything on the line and lived for the moment and produced. It was really great for you, Noah. So what I give you, and also your feedback that I've got from people is, you were grateful. You were grateful for the moment, and you really, as a mature senior, appreciated that. So thank you for doing that. Thank you. Why did I get the most inspiration? What's going on? Okay, so Shay also, like many runners, had challenges, injury challenges the whole year, had to keep her mileage down, had to be balanced in terms of what she could do in order to preserve her season. So I was very mindful of that. I got feedback from her parents about that. And the most important thing was to be able to give her the opportunity to run and do it. And it was very hard for her to do that, to manage her effort. Every time she'd go out there, she banged out her, she did a really phenomenal time and maintained her second position on the varsity team the whole entire season. So the part that was really astounding, though, was despite dealing with this and not running the times that you ran last year, she still ended up making state as an individual, which is super hard to do with the superstars that they were running against. And she had a plan. She sacrificed everything to go after that plan, and she actually made it to state. And that's an amazing inspirational story, and you should really feel good about that. And the word I have for you, which it's just interesting watching, is you're a very resourceful person. Because for you to be able to weigh all those variables and be able to still do so well is a tribute to your resourcefulness. So really good job. Jack Fan, the senior. Jack has a similar story. I've known Jack since the 6th grade. This kid has struggled every year. Thinks he's there, but he's not. And this year was like, he says, "Coach, I'm a senior. I gotta stay together. I gotta do this." And he just kept it. He was healthy. He kept going. And every time he got out there, he just always was the second fastest guy. He even beat Aiden once in a race. And what was amazing is Jack, through all this pain and management, just had the ultimate experience as a senior to be able to be a critical member of a team that won CCS and made state. And to make even matters better, he ran a PR at the state meet. So all those factors together, he was truly a great inspiration. My word for you, if you're a religious person, is miraculous. There's no other way to explain it. So thank you very much, guys. So now we're going to get into the team awards. So I would like the JV girls that are here to get up on the stage. JV girls. Yeah. It's not quite as lengthy, but I just want you to congratulate. These are the JV League champions. Talia. Talia, Sarah, Rhea, Lucia, Zoe, Hannah. In front of a group. So hold up your all-league trophies, because all-league plaques. These three won all-league in addition to Claire. So congratulations. I knew you made it. Okay, now I would like the boys' varsity. Wait, before that, here's what I want.
What?
Sakio. And Brody. These are members of the Frosh-Soph second place team. They run second, and these are the all-league members. They all won all-league, which meant they were in the top 10 for the Frosh-Soph race. So what I'm looking forward to, because we mentioned Jensen as an example, is you guys stepping up next year and helping the varsity team. Now the other part I'd like to point out is this is an example on the right of the picture. And I'm just wondering what Constantine's doing. And I wonder what Cameron's doing over here. And then I saw, this is why I put that picture of it. Brody's like leaning down, you don't know what he looks like. So what I did there is, that's how Brody looks. With the other runners. So that's Brody, that's Brody, that's Brody. So you can tell they're a very compatible group and very photogenic. So good job, all you guys. Let's go! Move! Okay, now I would like the varsity boys and girls to come up, stand up here. Okay, now what you're looking at, you're going, why am I looking at these people? The answer is, these are the De Anza League champions. Take your certificates and put them forward. You were all league. So I just want to point, Serena was on the CCS team, but she's also the JV girls race champ. So she is the champion of the JV girls team. Conveniently enough, all 7 varsity members made all league. Okay, which is what, the top 10 or top 15? Yeah, so they made all league. They get an expensive, handwritten all-league award. These guys over here, which are all league, they made all league, which means they were in the top 15. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do is also hand out, this is the very expensive California State participation shade. You guys can. These are certificates that just basically say you were in the state meet. Okay. All right, so just congratulations. Now, what I want to say is I want Aiden to stand on here, Sophie, and Shay. And the rest of you can... Yes. Okay, so this is a little bit of data. Some of you go, well, I don't know. I just want to give you a kind of perspective of how hard it is statistically to make the state. So you need to understand the weight of that. And also how hard it is when you get to the state meet to compete against these other really elite runners. So for example, in the Central Coast section, which is where boys and girls compete, there's 141 schools or 978 runners. That's per gender. The other thing I failed to explain, I let you guys stand here, but both the boys and girls varsity teams were ranked 6th in the CCS, equally ranked. So they both had the same rank. There's 1,000 schools, 1,000 high schools in California that have cross-country programs with over 15,000 runners that are get up in the morning and say, boy, I sure like to go to the state meet. You know, that's only varsity. And only 12% of the teams in 1,000 runners make it. So the fact that if you make it as an individual, like these two, or Aiden and his team members, you're automatically in the top 12%. So that's kind of, so you have to have that kind of perspective. And a team that's in the top 3 at state or a top 10 individual represents 1%. Okay, so in other words, it's harder to get into an Ivy League school or MIT than it is to be a medal placer at the California State meets, from a statistical perspective. Okay, so let's talk about Aiden for a second. So Aiden, we can't see him. The results aren't in yet, but Aiden, you know, he was the league champ for the De Anza League. He also was 4th overall at the CCS. And we all know about his accomplishment at state, which is 5th overall out of 199 runners in 16. Now the thing is, Aiden, you'll probably be first or second team CCS this year. Last year you were honorable mention, and it turns out there's an all-state certificate that comes out. The odds are that Aiden, because of his finish at state, will be all-state first or second team. So that's a 1% very accomplished.
That's right.
Okay, but they said that they want to give you the trophy that you can take home from the Pacific Road Invitational.
My Gatorade in here?
Yeah. Okay. I think I already drank it. Okay, so now we'll go to Sophie. Okay. Well, let's do Shay first. Well, actually, let's do Sophie. So Sophie, because Shay was okay. So Shay, Sophie will probably be CCS first or second team. Last year she was second team. Now the criteria is for CCS. They have 2 teams that are 7 people each, and then they have an honorable mention group, which is 10. So the odds are that Sophie will be first or second team. She was 6th out of 115 runners at CCS, and also a state qualifier. And at state, she was 18th out of 200 runners, or a combined 63 out of 998, which is the top 6%. So when you think about all the runners that get up in the morning and say, boy, I sure like to be at the state meet, she is in the upper 6% of all those runners. And what's amazing is she had personal bests in almost every race this year. And from what I know, I've known Sophie since she's been in the 6th grade. And just to give you some insight in terms of some of your younger runners, she improved 3 minutes from the 9th grade for most of the time. Again, I like to give this example. Not an overnight, like phenom success. She put her time in, she worked, and her breakthrough, and I'm looking at some of you girls over here, is her breakthrough was her junior year. You know, and she had some injuries and stuff, but wasn't that pretty good example? Okay. And then the next is Shay. So Shay is probable honorable mention CCS, and I'll give you the rationale and reasons why. She was 2nd place in all league for De Anza. In the CCS D2 finals, as I talked about, her inspirational thing, she was 13th overall, 19th in all 5 divisions, and the number 4 individual state qualifier. And she had the 22nd best time at Crystal in CCS and 31 best in the 5K. And finished in the top 25% of the runners for a 2nd year in a row. And like I was saying, still did great. So good job. Okay, so thank you guys. So could you just stay on the... You can go and Jack, could you, Keaton, come up there?
Yeah, Keaton.
Then we'll go in honor of the scene. Okay, I'll make it short. I've already talked a lot about Sophie and all her accomplishments. She gets the leadership award for the team. All these years, I call her, from her running style, she's the quiet assassin. And what she does, nobody knows, but when she's there, everybody always wonders, how come she beat me? No histrionics, no celebration, clapping, whatever. She just beats everybody, the quiet assassin. She's feared by these other runners. And that's what she's going to do. She's got an early admission at Northeastern College in Boston. And the thing, I've known you for so long, the word I would apply to Sophie is determined. And determined is a great adjective and a description of someone who's going to be very successful. So good job. Got you here, Keaton. gets the Leadership Award. Like any senior, Keaton had a balancing act. It's hard here, as you know, for seniors. College applications, studying, all that stuff. You had a challenge this year with a lot of different things. Not, you also did too, Sophie, but you had a lot of challenges, plus running this video project. Don't lose that expensive award. You can hang it up on the wall. So he was a leader. I depended on him and Jack to drive the peer-driven model, and they did a wonderful job. They kept morale high. As you can see, these kids are really sad. They're not very effusive. They don't talk much. This is, I would attribute the leadership to Keaton and Jack for doing that. And also, they came up with, it's interesting, in the shed, they came up with this moniker called the Wong effect. Remember that? And it was, if the morale was high for the practice, the Wong effect was in place. That means that Keaton had done his job. So what I would do is, in terms of your description, is you're diligent. You checked the boxes, you worked hard. It was important for you to make, you put your effort into CCS, you did a wonderful job. So thank you very much, Keaton. Senior, we got not too many seniors, so senior honoring night, so we'll leave it handing to you guys. How you want to handle it? You okay?
Damn well. It's been another season, and this year has been insane so far. In the last few months, I feel like I really got to know you. We've been on the same team since my freshman year, but I'm not until this season, I didn't think I ever understood how much you brought to the team. Overnight events like Columbus and Summer Tahoe trip were made so much more fun to do there. Your good sense of humor has only added to the team, which in reality is super important. Because no one runs cross country just for running or just for races. People run cross country because they genuinely enjoy all the moments and memories they have doing it.
Get closer to him.
Get closer.
Damn well. Running isn't worth anything without a good team, where you can make friends and have fun. Your carpool rides to meets and events stand as testament to this. Every car ride turns into a rap battle or karaoke, which always adds to the experience. No matter the results of the race, your car rides give a light note to the whole thing. And while this may seem unimportant, look at where we ended up. This season, we went to states for the first time in years. So while cross country remains a team sport, no one person can win it. Every person contributes in a unique yet important way. So I wish you the best of luck in your spring sports and your post-high school life.
Thank you.
Sophie, aka Bofi, not only has been an essential member of the girls' varsity team, she has also been my best friend. On the very first day of high school cross-country practice, she and I immediately became friends. As an incoming freshman, I was very nervous to meet everyone, but Sophie's kind smile and sweet personality quickly made me feel more comfortable. With each practice, we became better friends, always laughing about something, even if it wasn't funny to anyone else. There have been countless track workouts where Sophie and I would be running next to each other during a fast interval, and she would do something silly, and we would both start laughing so hard we could barely keep going. Her laugh is contagious, and her smile is so genuine, it makes me happy thinking about all the funny memories we shared together. It's safe to say that our girls' varsity team simply wouldn't be the same without her. Everyone looks up to Sophie. She is the role model who we all strive to be like. Each workout, it's gone. Wait, it's gone. Okay, I got it. Each workout, she puts in her best effort, even if it's the dreaded mile to 400 pyramid. Between intervals, when most of us are laying down wondering why we chose running as our sport, Sophie is getting ready for the next one and making it look easy. Before each race this season, Sophie has led our team in warming up and also given small pep talks here and there. Every warm-up, there's always at least one person who doesn't feel good or is nervous or has a stomach ache. Then, Sophie comes to the rescue with advice or confidence booster. She's so happy and warm that even just talking to her automatically would make you feel better. Her bubbly persona and kind heart never fail to make anyone on the team happier. If they're having an off day or just need someone to vent to, Sophie is a listener, which is partly what makes her so special and selfless. She'll always find a way to make you feel good about yourself in a conversation, even if it's not her intent. She sincerely cares about others so much, and her heart is bigger than anyone else I know. Before I met Sophie, I thought I knew what a true friend was, but I was wrong. A true friend is someone who will drive you to Starbucks and then home every day after practice. They are someone who will always be interested in and actually care about what you have to say. They are someone who will always make time for you no matter what, and will support you and be there through all of your little crushes or bigger heartbreaks. Sophie, you never failed to be my #1 supporter, so thank you. Everyone will miss you a tremendous amount, and we are all rooting for you next year. It makes me sad that Sophie won't be returning to another high school cross-country season, but I know she will do great things running in college. Sophie, thank you for all the happy memories and being the best teammate I could ask for. I'm gonna miss you like crazy.
Okay. Noah Hale is a man of many talents. He's a rapper, trilingual, and most importantly, he's an incredible runner and leader for the Los Gatos High School cross-country team. Noah's incredible accomplishments consist of producing his hit single titled Japanese Rap all the way to running an amazing 17:57 at States last weekend to end off his great cross-country career. Having the privilege to run with him at practices and be under his influence for the past fall season has been a great honor. Noah's enthusiastic, hardworking, and most of all speed made him a very inspirational senior. Even watching him race during the season was inspiring. With Noah PRing over and over, he shows his drastic improvement. Even when he isn't racing or running, he's still cheering for us Frosh-Soph boys on at every race, which for me is probably why I speed up when I run by him. I've only been on the team with him since this year, but I've heard from previous seniors and current seniors that Noah has been hardworking since he's been a freshman and sophomore, which shows his love and dedication for this amazing sport. Along the way, Noah's faced some tough injuries, but one thing he never did was give up. His inspiring leadership this season will continue to be with us in our future years, and the cross-country class of 25 will definitely remember him. So Noah, please continue to strive for improvement and work hard in running and life in general. And I hope to run alongside you in moving into senior season of track and field, your senior season of track and field. I think it's safe to say that you had a great cross-country season, and you're for sure a definition of a monkey.
Yeah! A bit closer, boys.
Alright, so this is Jack Fan, in case you don't know him. He's pretty cool. So, Jack is very inspiring to the team and I, not just in running, but in other aspects of life. He helped lead our team to the first CCS win since 2014, and we made states due to his perseverance. He has always helped lead workouts and give our team the best leadership.
Wow. I'm more later. Since I've met him, I found many reasons why people like Jack. First of all, his drive, charisma, chiseled good looks are just a few. However, the most notable is that whenever he's present in a cross-country video or vlog, he makes it 10 times better with his vibrant personality and really funny jokes. And it always feels amazing to be around him. And I love waiting for every single cross-country vlog to come out, even when Brody takes forever to make one, just to see his face.
So Jack has had a lot of troubles and injuries, so, you know, he's had a iffy career, but he's come back this season and done super well. And he's also been really influencing to me because I had an injury and I looked up to him, and now he came back to help me come back, so I really like that. So Jack has been a good role model to me and friend to me that I appreciate indefinitely. Even though I only met him in August, it seems like we've already been friends forever. And like Coach Paul said, Jack Fan is super inspirational. I love how he brings his best attitude even when he isn't feeling the best. Coach Paul also talked about how he helped the peer-driven model, which I think is super true because he's very peer driving. Anyways, so I don't know what to say other than he's done really good, and I expect him to do very good in college and the rest of his life. So I hope we have a really good track season together.
Before I start the speech, I want to preface, I'm not the best at writing speeches, I'm not the best at giving speeches, but I still want to do this because Keaton is someone I truly look up to and inspire to be. Oh, sorry, true, you're right. You know, I'll just keep on going. Okay, my inspirational. First that comes to mind is, during the summer, I actually did a lot of runs with Keaton. He's what encouraged me to put consistently 40-mile weeks every summer. I know it's hard. We did some hard runs. Overlook, in the summer, I was dying, dude. Flynn wouldn't give us water. I was actually dying. And Lime Kiln in the summer as well. Oh my God, dude. I felt like I was gonna pass out, but you were there, just the two of us, we still pushed through it. Also, worth ethic shows some workouts. Always there, rarely drop out. Some edge cases, but we don't talk about those. Also want to thank you for the vlogs, dude. Like, I was kind of worried when Micah and Connor left, dude. I was like, who's going to continue the vlogs? I love that. What's my mom going to watch every night now? The XC vlogs are gone. Oh no! But, you know, Keaton, as well with Flynn, Matt, and Taryn, you really picked it up. I've actually really enjoyed these ones. They're good, the editing's nice and crisp, and I want to congratulate it. Now, I'll finally finish up this speech. I want to tell a memory that I really think sums up Keaton, and what he's done to me, and I think for the team. And that is the first time running the Lime Kiln. Micah basically told me, you're gonna run this, and I kind of wanted to do because Connor had to run, and I wanted to be better than Connor Blum. You know, everyone wants to be better than Connor Blum. Now, for those who don't know, Lime Kiln has 2,500 feet of elevation over a 3.5-mile hill. It's pretty hard. And at the end of this, it was dark, 5:30, mile 11 in, and I'm dying. Actually dying. My legs are killing me. And I don't think I can finish this. And then, lo and behold, I look next to me, and there's Keaton, and he pushes me to the end of the race. And he didn't have to do that. Cook just finished it. Ended a half marathon. And, you know, I really appreciate that. It meant a lot to me. You didn't have to push this freshman you didn't know too well. And it shows a lot about you. It shows you're compassionate. And I want to thank you everything for the team, the vlogs, and how you're always the most serious there, despite the goofiness of Jack and Noah. Thank you so much for being such a huge part of the team. We're going to miss you when you're gone. I'm excited to see what you do in track season. Thanks.
Okay, so as you guys heard, Coach Ibet's new this year, but it kind of feels like she's been here all along. I don't really remember the day she showed up, just all of a sudden she was there. She knew all of our names within 2 days, and immediately we were doing drills, and every time she'd be like, good job Abby, keep up the good work Zoe. She's always using our names to show that she was there for us. So I remember one day we were running to Vasona, and you were there waiting for us. It must have been your second day ever at practice. So we were just kind of doing our stretches in our own little circle. We don't really talk to the coaches that often. We stick it with the high schoolers. But Ibet was there, and soon enough she started talking to us. She was making connections with us, helping us in our drills, and I think kind of like me, you really care about the drills. You want to make them perfect, and you're always do it again to make this change to it. And this one day at Vasona, we're doing a hill workout, and Ibet started running with us, and I remember being really surprised, because like, the last time a coach ran with us was in middle school, and I don't think they could even keep up back then, but Ibet, lo and behold, she creamed us all in that workout. She was talking the whole time, and like, I was so impressed. She can actually run a marathon faster than I can run a mile. So, Ibet quickly formed an individual relationship with each of us while helping build team spirit along the way. One of my favorite memories is it was another workout at Vasona, and we stayed behind a little bit, and Coach Ibet started asking us some questions, like, how's our team spirit? Like, who's the leader on this team? Who's the cheerleader? Who pushes us to do our best? And we were pretty quiet at first, no one wanted to like say much, but eventually we started calling out our teammates, and we're like, Addison likes to push us on workouts, and we started calling out our friends and what they did that we liked and what we wanted to do to build team spirit. And it was a really like fun team bonding activity, and it helped us like focus on our team relationships. And I think that's a really important thing that you talked to us about, and we really appreciate it. So let's see. So Ibet wasn't only focused on the running, she also wanted to improve the team. Ibet told us about the Flanagan effect, which is how a good team spirit can lead to athletes improving a lot. Ibet put these words into action at another workout she did with us. We're doing tempo at Forbes Mill, and it was really hard trying to stay on pace for these like longer intervals, but the whole time Ibet was running with us, and while we were all dying, she was like, you're doing great, girls, like try counting to 8, like think about your form, we're halfway there. And while from that day I did take away your counting to 8, the main thing I took away was you cheering for us and your positive attitude. And your positivity and your support was really important to us. So Ibet, thank you for being our cheerleader. Your positivity helps us get through every workout and encourages me to strive to be a better runner and a better teammate. Thank you for your encouragement, and I hope to see you next year.
Hello, Coach Ken. How are you doing today?
It's never been better.
I prepared a little speech for you today. Coach Ken, I would like to thank you for all that you have done for this team this season. It was easy to think of multiple occasions where Coach Ken had a positive impact on an individual teammate for the entire team in general. One occasion that really comes to mind was a lot of the core workouts. When a lot of the other coaches weren't able to help, you were often there to help us. You're always ready to tell us a good story or share your biology knowledge with us, which is always an interesting thing. He is always encouraging and helped us through hard workouts and encouraged us to go to our full potential. He always calls our splits when we're running track workouts, and we always love that. Just want you to know we are all so thankful you're here. Thank you, Coach Ken. Maybe short one, short tweet. Thank you, Coach Ken. Thank you.
Hi guys. Got you. I'm passing the mic to Keaton. Good luck.
Thank you so much for being one of our coaches for the past 2 seasons. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to give guidance and support during our workouts. We know that hanging out with high school cross-country runners is probably not the most fun thing in the world, so we are really grateful for all the time you've invested in helping us grow as runners and people. The positivity you bring to every practice is hugely appreciated, and we are all grateful for your words of encouragement, especially during pyramid workouts. You always come to practice with a smile and then give off a comforting presence that helps us all relax and focus on our training. I can always count on you for advice about running, school, or life in general, and I always look forward to our conversations after practices. Your accomplishments as both a runner and a doctor are very inspiring, and we are so grateful to have a role model like you for the team to look up to. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not really quite sure where Coach Nick went, but he's not here right now. So I will still say his speech because he deserves one. Okay, Coach Nick. Thank you so much for helping us as coach this and the previous year. Your dedication to the team is very much noticeable as you constantly not only showed up to practices on top of coaching the middle schoolers, but you also put in loads of effort and were attentive to other kids and especially their injuries. Your friendly and energetic demeanor and your determination to help prevent injuries especially was truly prevalent throughout the year. I would always spot you helping other kids or myself attack painfully repetitive injuries like shin splints. Although speaking for the team, I can say that most of us did not quite look forward to doing what felt like 1,000 squats before a workout. It just proved that you were trying to help us improve as runners in all areas. You saw the injuries and knew that we had to switch up the routine to be even better. Although again, your drills are noticeably a little bit longer and a little bit more difficult, it just really highlights your history in the British Army. And those are the drills where I can feel myself improving the most, and I'm feeling challenged even before I run the workout. Personally, you have helped me get through the most injuries throughout track and cross country alone. I was injured for the majority of this season, but you would always check up on me and ask if I was getting any better, telling me that I still had time and my season wasn't truly over yet. You helped me identify my injuries and even took time out of your day to give me specific exercises like those really, really painful lacrosse ball calf rolls, and again, way too many squats. You are a great and technical coach who really cares about the improvement of the team. And I feel with you helping coach future seasons, we should keep our hopes and goals high. Thank you so much for a great season, and I hope for more to come.
Can Paul come up to the stage, please?
Less people here than there were at the beginning.
Yeah. I just want to start off by saying thank you, Paul. Thank you for coaching us through this really successful season and for coaching me for the past 4 years. Without you, I don't think the boys and girls team would be where they are now. You sent us summer training plans, came to practice every day, and even provided us with post-run snacks when we needed it most. Thank you for your dedication through the pre- and post-run stretching drills, getting us into extremely enjoyable invites, and for the little talks you always have with us one-on-one. I guess what I'm trying to say is that your dedication in your coaching has not gone unseen. Not only do you put in many hours for our team, but you always design the best workouts that sometimes seem like they are designed for us to throw up, but it's okay. However, without these workouts, I know that a lot of athletes would not have achieved the PRs they have this season. The improvement I have seen is not by coincidence and could not have been achieved without your guidance and help. You transformed our boys team into a CCS winning team for the first time in 8 years. And also helped our girls team to a really great season as well, winning the Scaval Championships. One thing that sets you apart from other coaches is your commitment to each and every athlete on our team. Not only do you focus on varsity, but you make sure to check in with every single runner. And I know that's really much appreciated by everyone. It really helps form a strong team bond and is what had me coming to cross country every year. So thank you for that. Once again, thank you for what you've done for all of us this season, and we really appreciate you and what you've done for me as a cross country runner over the past 4 years. Cross country is life!
done, right? Okay, you are free to go. Thank you.